Welcome back to Hooner's Garage. It's been a while since I've made a video, and as some of you may know, last weekend my motorcycle was stolen. Perry's bike was stolen from outside of a friend's house. I have got it back, and I'm obviously over the moon about that. There is some damage, and luckily for me, the paintwork it appears to be fine. So there's some silver stuff on it, which I believe is what the forensics team used to look for fingerprints, but I've not actually heard anything back from the old Bill yet, so I've got to chase them up. But she is back. She's in the garage. There is some damage that I need to repair, and I'm going to show you that in a minute. But first of all, I really would love to say a huge and a really massive and a heartfelt thank you to everybody that shared the poster that I put up of the bike and the details. I was actually quite staggered by how far it went and how quickly it went. So thank you to everybody, and a thank you to I got text messages and phone calls from people I don't even know, just saying well done, congratulations on getting it back. And you know, it's just incredible. It really does, when something like that happens and somebody takes something that means so much to you, because it's not, like I say, it's not just a motorcycle. There's a whole friendship and a brotherhood, and there's a lot of things tied up in this motorcycle. So to get that kind of response, to get that kind of share, and to get those messages from people all around the world that I've never met, I've never seen, it really does restore your faith in humanity. So thank you. I mean, really, honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thank you very much. So there we go. Now, I've got to do some repair work on her. There is some damage. They've smashed the locks, smashed the ignition, and the forks are at a tilt at the moment where they've smacked the steering lock. So I'll show you that in a minute, and that's what I've got to work on and get some replacement parts and everything else. So that's going to be the main project at the moment. For the rest of the projects, Project TZR is going fine. I've got I've bought this Dremel. I can't remember if I mentioned that in the video before. It's been so long since I've posted one. And the engine's coming up a treat. The Dremel really is making short work of all the engine casings and cleaning them all up nice. So I'm moving forward on that. Waiting here on the bearings. I've got the gaskets, so we're all good on that one. Other projects coming in. It looks like it's going to be kind of busy in the garage, because I'm bringing over one of the other FJs and the frame for the TZR as well. So I've got my first FJ 1200 Fudge is coming in, and I was originally going to turn her into a track bike, but I think after watching Del Boy and his project Damage and the ratification of that bandit, I've never really been into rat bikes, I have to say. It's not a genre that's really appealed to me, but I think every time I look at that FJ, I just think rat. I think she's gonna look fantastic as a rat. She just seems to, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I think she's going to be ratted. So we're going to have 3 projects going on in the garage. The Perry's bike, getting that sorted out, finishing the TZR, or carrying on with Project TZR. That's a long, ongoing project. That's gonna, and like most projects, if you ever do one, you start thinking, yeah, it'll take me 6 months, and I'll have this back up and on the road, and everything will be hunky dory, and it'll look great. No, I don't think it ever works like that. I think if you start a project, it will be a lot longer than you think it will be. So the TZR is a work in progress, and then the other FJ, when that comes over, that was a Category C write-off, because I was hit by, well, I wasn't hit, the bike was hit by an uninsured, un-MOT'd, untaxed and unlicensed, I'll say driver, because I think censorship. I haven't got a beat machine on my editing software to call her the type of things that I want to call her, but that bike was just a Category C write-off, and all it needs is an MOT to get it back on the road. So there are 3 projects on the go at the same time. Might be a bit overstretching myself, but it's just something to tinker on when I get 5 minutes in the garage. There's nothing more I can do with the TZR. I can work on the FJ. So anyway, we'll crack on, and I'll show you the damage to the bike. It's not extensive, it's just a pain in the backside, but she's home and she's safe. So right, as you can see, the paintwork is just they haven't damaged it. I can't see any scratches or blemishes or dents or dinks on it. All this stuff here is just, it's like a silver, it doesn't stick, it comes off. and I think this is the forensic stuff that they've used to fingerprint the tank. But I haven't found out from the police if they've got any suspects yet. I will have to chase them up about that. Most of the damage is around here. Now we'll take the key out, which doesn't always, it's a bit stuck, alright, I'll leave it in. But they've tried to put something in the lock to break the steering lock. That's failed. She put up a bit of resistance there, and then for some reason they've decided that the best option is to smash the clocks. They've obviously pulled this forward to try and, well, I don't know what they've actually tried to do. I'm not 100% sure. I don't know why they've smashed the rev counter, but so I'm going to need a new ignition barrel, a new set of clocks. This, I believe, it's just come off, so I can just re-bolt that back on again. And that's pretty much it. That's all really. That's the major part of the damage, which I don't think is too bad. I can get that replaced. The forks, where they've obviously twisted the forks to try and break the steering lock, and this camera doesn't show it very well. I have straightened them out a bit, but they're not in alignment. Now, I don't know if the forks are bent or if the top yoke and the bottom yoke are just out and the forks are just slightly out of kilt. So I don't think I need a new set of forks. And then down here on the mudguard, I don't know how well this is going to come out, but just here, see if we can get a better light in there. I can't, but just here there's a split, probably where they've twisted the forks that split the front mudguard. Just there, there's a little crack there. It has separated, and that's the only real damage to the paintwork. But it's sort of hidden by this, and it's not too. If you don't know it's there, I mean, you'd have to look at it to see it. I mean, I know it's there because I gave the bike a good going over, but that's damaged. But that's not too much of a problem. I can get that fixed. So all in all, I think I can consider myself. It could have been a lot worse. I mean, obviously, I'm not lucky because the bike got stolen, but it could have been a lot worse. And they just ripped it off by the looks of it. But there you go. That's the damage in its entirety. I don't think that's going to be too much of an issue to get sorted out. It might take me a while, but we'll see. But yeah, all the paintwork, everything is still done. It's still intact. There's no. Yeah, it's more of this silver stuff that they use. I'm assuming that that's for fingerprinting, but like I said, I don't know if they've got any. But everything else, there's no damage anywhere else. The rest of the paintwork is fine. There's no damage to the tank. There's a mark there, but that's just, you know, that can be washed off. So yeah, my walls are both undamaged. I know these were this. Especially the tank and the paintwork was the most. This is a very expensive paint job, and it's in memory of the guy that gave me the bike. So the fact that these are fine. I mean, if it was the wheel was broken or the engine bars or something else was done, that would have been, you know, I can repair that. It's not too much problem. But the paintwork is fine. They haven't dropped it or scratched it or anything that I can see. There is a scratch here, but I think that's one that. Well, I know that was there when I had it, so I put that one on there sometime. But yeah, the rest of it is fine. So apart from that, well, I guess I'm kind of lucky like that. So there we go. Just mostly superficial damage. I think it could have been a lot worse than it actually was. I mean, it could have been a lot better. She could have got nicked, could have not got nicked at all. But considering that she was stolen, and I've got her back in the condition that she's in, I am kind of counting my blessings that, especially the paintwork. It's not as bad as it could. It really isn't as bad as it could have been. But plenty more videos of the repair coming up of that. Carrying on with the TZR and Project Rat Fudge, I think it is, or Fudge Rat. I don't know. Rat Fudge, Fudge Rat. I'm not sure what to call her yet. She's always called Fudge, so it might be Rat Fudge or Fudge Rat. I'm not sure. But hopefully we'll get some more time in the garage in between the 12-hour shifts that I'm doing now. And I can hopefully get some more videos uploaded. There haven't been any for a while, and that's been due to some technical issues with numpty here accidentally deleting the wrong folder with all the videos in it. So take care, ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one.